Hi, everybody. Welcome back to the PPC Questions and Answers show. If you have a question that you want us to answer about pay-per-click and AdWords, go to paidsearchpodcast.com and fill out the form, and we will answer your question. Today's question comes from Jason from Oklahoma City, and it's my question. I thought it'd be fun to write in. I actually have a question for Chris, and I want to know his opinion. He has not been told this question. He has not read this question. He's going to be answering this cold, live, and he's not very happy about it. So, hi, Chris. It's a pleasure doing the show with you.
Oh, you're going to start at the very beginning.
Pleasurable when we get to talk about your CrossFit results. My question has to do with bid management work. We all know about my device level bidding shortcut, but I also do a lot of individual keyword bid adjustments from week to week on my campaigns. We've talked about how this is mostly a gut feel thing, but I want to standardize my bid management process. To get more standardized, lately I've been utilizing the highlight keywords, then click the edit button, and then the increase or decrease the max CPC by this percentage, and you fill in the percentage.
Mm-hmm.
So instead of highlighting and hitting edit, change it to $6, I hit edit, increase by 10% or whatever percent I put in there, or decrease. So I'll sort by cost. I'll scan the top keywords that get the bulk of the spend over the last week or 2 weeks, and I'll highlight the keywords with good CPAs and increase their bids by 20% using that tool. And then I'll highlight the keywords with bad CPAs and decrease their bids by 20% using that tool. Sometimes I'll do a different percentage depending on the degree to which a CPA is doing really good or bad. So gut still plays a role, but it's a little bit more standardized using this percentage tool. I've been getting outstanding results using this increase or decrease by percentage tool. And more importantly, or equally importantly, I feel confident in my process. It feels nice to have a guiding structure and not going 100% just by gut, even though I'm tremendously gifted and have a great natural feel for keyword bidding.
You actually wrote that out.
Do you endorse this idea? Do you use the increase or decrease by a percentage tool? What do you think about this? Thanks, Jason, a Google Premier partner for people that didn't know, from Oklahoma City and a co-host on the Pay Search podcast.
Both a top AdWords manager and very successful. So
yeah, both.
Check both of the boxes. So good. Thank you for your question, Jason from Oklahoma City. Absolutely do use that tool.
You use it, okay.
And it's something that I find useful when doing something very specific like what you were talking about. And I want to break down exactly why it's useful and when it's not useful. I like to use it when I'm doing keyword bids, right? This really isn't very useful at ad group bidding because, unless you have hundreds and hundreds of ad groups, you don't really need to adjust bids that finite across that many. But for keyword bid adjustments, I definitely like it. And yeah. I really like it because one thing you can do, now you didn't talk about how you decide what's good CPA and what isn't, but you can use labels. You could filter by labels and highlight everything under that one label and increase those by 20%, and then say everything without that label decrease by 20%. I definitely like it.
What I do, Chris, is I look at my overall account level CPA, cost per conversion, and say for a certain kind of business, a certain industry, a certain account, I like a CPA of 50. And then I sort by cost. So I'm only looking at the stuff that's been eating up the costs, that's getting the action. I'll look for the top keywords and I'll look for CPAs that are below 50, 40, CPA of 20, CPA of 15.
Okay.
And those are the ones we'll go, okay, these are doing good. I want more. I'll increase these by 20%. And then alternatively, I'll look for the keywords that have a lot of costs at the top, but no conversions, or a CPA of 75 or 125 or 150, way above the 50 goal, and I'll decrease those by 20. So my idea is get more from stuff that's doing good, where I can get more, have a higher CPA and still be within my goal. So I want to be more aggressive, lower the stuff that's not doing good. It's still somewhat gut. Maybe I'll bid everything down by 20 that's not doing good, 20%, but the one that's doing horrible, I'll just pause or bid down by 80%. But you like this as a week-to-week, bi-weekly process?
Well, for me personally, no, I don't use it that often.
Do you do more of like going this bid is $75, so I'll lower it to $7, or this bid is $7, I'll lower it to $5.50, that kind of thing.
Yeah. Honestly, when it comes to bids, I didn't get to the part where it's not useful. When it's not when I don't use it is whenever I just want to adjust an entire ad group. So what I might do instead is I increase the bid of an ad group, and then certain keywords in there, I will individually drop those or pause those keywords. So, the way that I do my campaigns is I group everything by themes. And if if I'm a framing company and I find that art frames are doing a lot better than photo frames, then what I'll do is I'll push the art one up, because the way that I have my campaign built is it seems like this category is doing better than another category. So I have to treat ad group and themes and ideas differently than just keyword ideas. I rarely just say randomly sort an entire thing by just the keywords and pick them
randomly, but by cost.
Right.
That's what I do. Yeah. That's my method.
I rarely do that because I don't necessarily treat something as an individual keyword. I look at it more as a theme or an idea related to all the keywords in that theme. I mean, why would one keyword be doing good?
Because I've been a scagger for years, Chris, and
I know
that's me in the butt now.
That's what I was waiting. That's what I was waiting for, because I like to adjust it by themes and ideas.
I'm getting more and more into similar keywords in ad groups, and more ad group, smaller amount of ad groups. But this idea of doing the this percentage up, this percentage down. I'm on a good path here. You think I'm not going crazy?
Oh no, I think it's a great tip. I think it's definitely something that I use, and I think people out there could use, because it's an easy way to say, this is doing good, push it up. This is doing bad, push it down. You can do it very quickly. So, and just sorting it by numbers.
All right. Well, thank you for answering my question and giving me a little peace of mind that I'm not doing something totally out of bounds here.
Of course not. You are very successful and a top AdWords manager. And thank you guys for watching and subscribing. We'll always be here answering your questions. As Jason said, paidsearchpodcast.com. We'll catch you next time.